Yo, what's going on, everybody? I think we just missed Halion stopping by. Yo, I think Halion just got his last poppies today. Does anyone know for sure? Playing one of the best games, honestly, in my opinion, of the last couple of years, Returnal, featuring Selene. Honestly, one of my absolute favorite games of all time. Might even be one of my top 5 roguelikes. From all the stuff that we've played, honestly a lot of stuff. He did get it. Now, I don't want to spoil anything, but has he gotten credits yet? And of course, I could just review the VOD too. Either way, like, I'm actually giga stoked that he has given the game a little bit of immersion. Because sometimes with games like that, it's a shooter, you just shoot. And a lot of people don't last very long because the game is actually a little difficult in its own right. But I'm happy to hear that, you know, he's moving along. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Or there's another scene to watch though. Yeah, I think he's actually caught up to me at this point. That's really cool. Of course, big highs everyone out there. Not only just the Halion folks, but the people in my own channel. Good to see you. I'm VeeDotMe. Do a lot of roguelikes and other tryhard games. Big focus on entertainment, education, learning how to play these games, teaching you how to play the game, teaching us all how to get a little better and enjoy the game a little more than we did the prior day. 2 of those games are happening today. One, Dead Cells with a viewer build, courtesy of NonsenseSynapse. Nero, I saw you mention you need to make an amendment to your build. You could do !BOTD and let me know what in there needs to be replaced. After that, Skull the Hero Slayer. Oh, let me change that docket. Thank you, by the way. After that, Skull the Hero Slayer. A game that I have actually gotten a little better at. I think. I think I've learned something game-wise, so I'm really excited to get back into that. I actually played a little bit offline and got a dub out of it, so we're gonna end up putting it on channel 3, I think. Okay, docket. June 20th. Dead Cells viewer build. Followed by Skull. And we're still basically training against Skull in order to get into hard mode whenever they plan on releasing that. You want to change the entirety of the build? Well, I'm still doing my my warm-ups. So if you can manage to come up with whatever the copy pasta is before we get started, I don't mind. Going back, we do want to say hi to people in the chat, but before we do that, we had some follows while we were offline. Shoutouts going out to Shao Keck, Decent TTV, Matt the Memer, Speak 005, Gazo, Jonah, Preposterous, D Chow, and Artless. Welcome to all of you, also people in the chat as well. We had Nero, the author of today's build, Fighting Samurai, Stizzy, Jobu, good to see you, JC, hello. We saw Prego, good to see you, Ijit, hello. Of course, Halion and Andy, always happy to see the 2 of you. Airless, hello. D Choi, thank you for letting me know about the ending credits stuff. Good to see you. Week, good to see you. Tree Mool, hello. Tricky, hello. Ow, look at that. Managed to get through all of it. I'm actually like super zoomed in right now. The camera's not in a new spot. For some reason, it's just zoomed in on me. I don't get it. As I said, today on the agenda, we have Dead Cells viewer build number like 98 or something. It's getting deep. The full docket that we have for the week, I'm actually really excited about this week. So Dead Cells and Skull the Hero Slayer. Tuesday, we have a V Try Me, as we do every Tuesday. Alexa has offered to join me on Crack Pet Show, which is almost like a comedy version of Binding of Isaac. Visually, it looks pretty fun. I really don't want to do it by myself, so I'm hoping that having the two of us together would actually make it, you know, pretty good. We are also looking at roguelike trailers tomorrow. All the stuff from Steam Next Fest. Like, I have a full, like, PowerPoint presentation of about 50 games in there. I don't know how we're gonna get through the rest of the year. Like, I'm gonna have to, like, go hard on some of these games. Otherwise, ain't no way we're finishing anything. And then another Try Me after that, Mad Shot, which is a game I did play the demo of. It actually released, I think, last week or the week before. And I wanted to give it a courteous first look, as I did actually kind of want to play the game. Wednesday, Wholesomeverse Live. It's Retro's birthday, so it's a Rito docket coming up on Wednesday. Skull the Hero Slayer after that. And then Saturday, as you all know, Elden Ring is off the docket for probably permanently, but you know, if something happens, maybe it'll come up. But now we have freed up a slot. The Saturday slot is available for the picking. So the first available Saturday is probably gonna go to Dead Cells all items tier list. We promised that we were gonna do this after the current beta goes live. It has not gone live yet, and I can't really put this off any longer, or else we're gonna be really behind. So I think we're gonna do live interactive beta version tier list. That way we're able to knock that out and start working on top threes. Nero, I see that you got an updated version of what you want your viewer build to be, which is good. I did have some plans, since yours was, I don't want to really call it a repeat. Even if a build is using some similar gear, there's lots of different ways that I can fiddle with it, add a little extra sauce. But this one is going to be take a look at this. Magic Missile Boomerang Hokuto. A lot of people have been playing Magic Missile lately, and honestly, I was a Magic Missile hater for a long time, so I'm actually really interested in this. Tesla Coil Barney. Yeah, I did this build is to have 2 different weapons dealing damage with Hokuto. Throw your boomerang, then you spam the missiles. You want this build twice in a row? Mutations, we got Acrobatic Pack, No Mercy, Tranquilo, and then some situational stuff. All right. I think I got this under control, aka I'm playing Magic Missile, and I really hope I don't get one-shotted by the monsters. Should be fine, right? Cannot possibly be any worse than anything else we've done in the past. I just did the freaking Nuzlocke. We posted the Nuzlocke on YouTube today. Rare, never before seen challenges. You can only go up from there, in my opinion. That was like actually kind of difficult. Starting off with just a torch and Spartan sandals and trying to get into any remotely decent item. It's a little rough. All right, let's kill the music. How's everyone doing today, though? I don't know if any of you all had a chance to play any of the Steam demos. If there's any games that you're excited about. Cuphead DLC comes out next week, I think, the 30th. Is that next week? I'll have to check. Either way, Cuphead DLC soon. Angerfoot, I did see Retro playing a little bit of that. But someone mentioned Hotline Miami, which was a game that I did not play. All right, viewer. I wish there was just a default button. Looks like everything's fine here. You're still playing Elden Ring? Yo, Yobslum, is that with the randomizer? Or anything like that? Cuphead just a week away. Right now, Sigius, I'm trying to decide if I want to play first time Cuphead. Like, actually on Twitch. There's a little birdie out there who said that they might be willing, and may have been a joke as well, to do something about Cuphead. Otherwise, I didn't really want to play it at all, TBH, but maybe they will be fine. They will be cracked at the game, and you just never knew. All right, so we said Barney, Magic Missile. I can never find Magic Missile. Holy crap. And then Tesla Coil, Barnacle. Now, my idea, do I want to do this today? I feel like I should be able to do it with this build. Alright, so we have the viewer's build. This is Tactics, Boomerang, Magic Missile, and 2 turrets. But if you noticed, I left all of my stuff on for every other weapon. And we will keep it that way. We're gonna make this a little harder because every once in a while, the viewers submit builds that might be 1000% giga busted. And I can only ever be even more busted than that. We want to give the game a chance. Just a little bit of a chance. So I'm thinking, if we don't have the ability to get like every single new Magic Missile and Hokuto, hang on. I don't know if I want to do that today. By the way, Nero, you have the chance to change the colors of Tactics. So I'm gonna give you, it's the author's choice. Author gets first dibs on being able to do it. I'm now starting to realize what is actually in this build. And I kind of want to showcase it at the highest level. Which is so, like, bad to say. Like, I already know how strong this can be. And I feel like for me to not allow it to show that, it's kind of a disservice to the build. Cyan, I guess. So similar to, I don't know if you have the same username color as I do, but similar to the actual username color you have right now. Does that count as cyan? Someone asked, did they change the colors of Tactics? We actually have the ability to do it ourselves now, thanks to the accessibility update. Yeah, there we go. I think mine is a little green, but as you see, it like jumps. I can't get in between those two. I think that's a bug. We gotta tell that to the devs. Yeah, it might be a little more greener than your version, Nero. My bad. All right. What are we doing? I'd rather do it this way. And then we do need a Hokuto bow, and apparently there's a dime a dozen. A Hokuto in this economy. Who would have thought? Are the scrolls different colors as well? Everything, and they've done a lot because it wasn't like that at first. But after the many iterations of this current patch, they have gotten to a point where everything that would have the lightning bolt symbol of Tactics has the new color, including the aura around mutations. Like the little, I don't know what you call it. It's almost like a comic book bubble. Even that has a slight semblance that the new color's there. Yeah, so see, the actual lightning bolt in the amulet is now Nero's color, which is super sick. Now, as I said, I have a strong feeling that you can make a giga busted version of this build, and I'm hoping to see it. It basically involves getting poison on hit. Yo, weak. But is that your first T1? Yo, welcome to Rusty Dagger Hood. Holy smokes. it's 100 degrees where you are. It was like 65 degrees. Oh my god, am I dead? Rare, not dead. Oh, that missile went so far. It was like 65 degrees yesterday, which I want to say almost anywhere in the United States, if it's 65 degrees in June, that's a little interesting. But it's warming up now. You can already tell. I had to open the top windows. But yesterday, I actually had the hoodie on. Someone said secret? Ooh, yeah. Hopefully that was what you were talking about. Yeah, I do not do well in anything but 75 degree weather. You know, Fahrenheit is that hot. So I was trying to figure out, because we have some folks over in Wholesomeverse that are non-US who are using Celsius. And honestly, with Celsius, I have no idea what's hot at all. Like, you'll say, oh, it's 30 Celsius, but apparently that's like the boiling point in Celsius, and that makes no sense. So in terms of Fahrenheit, you can basically imagine any number higher than 75 is uncomfortable. And just try to like extrapolate on that. Any percentage higher than 75 is very bad. $100 in Celsius is the boiling point. Then why am I sweating at 30? I think I'm boiling. Is Magic Missile's new meta? It's at least the new viewer build meta right now, which is super interesting. Yeah, I'm not gonna stay over here too long. I just wanted to see if we could get lucky with poison on hit. We will make it the new meta. Hey, we're doing tier list this Saturday. This Saturday, if I have Magic Missile in the D tier, you're allowed to unfollow and unsub. Pure Saul, holy smokes. Yo, Fun Size, good to see you. You can get a pretty close approximation by subtracting 30. Hang on. We have actual science here. Subtract 30 from the Fahrenheit, then divide it into half. Yeah, so like that's around 25 to 30 Celsius is boiling point.
No. Look at that damage.
Oh god!
We're dead.
We made it. Yo, thank you for that damage, Zvan. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. I don't remember getting hit. I'm at 96%. Yeah, even when it comes to my computer, I just go by color. If the computer is orange, it's bad. If it's red, that's a little worse. Crap. Can someone give me an exclamation point BOTD so I can know what mutations I'm supposed to use? I know, like, Tranquilo's in here. Acrobatic Pack. But there's one more that I'm missing. Exclamation point BOTD is time of day. No Mercy? Okay. We can start with the Acrobatic Pack. That makes sense. This should also be really good for bank if we ever have a decent bank. A bad bank, for example, would be right after this map. Would be bad. Speaking of Barnacle, on the build I posted on YouTube today, the Nuzlocke, I actually had someone that asked me, hey V, why does your Barnacle crit? I actually forgot that I've been playing a beta version of Dead Cells that has item changes. Like you only really think about the accessibility stuff, I feel. So it's kind of interesting. Especially because we've been playing for a while. I always forget that sometimes we'll have people joining in from the YouTube side who may be seeing Dead Cells for, honestly, the first time on YouTube. Like, Susie's been subbed and followed for years, but there's some people out there who haven't got on the same train Susie was on. So they didn't realize that, oh, there's content creators out there playing my favorite games. Being able to like showcase the most busted builds, guides, and all kinds of other stuff. Perhaps even wasting their own time doing challenges like the Nuzlocke, which is actually a cool challenge, by the way. And if you ever want to do the Nuzlocke, exclamation point Nuzlocke in the chat. Andre, good to see you. Gone Berserk, good to see you. I thought you were playing green and colorless. Crap. How do I make this more blue? Like, I feel like it's not the actual vision of Nero. I don't think it's possible. I can go up one and maybe dial this back, but then to me this is just light blue. Devs, VeeDotVod in the chat, please. Hello. I feel like Boomerang's been doing really well too. When will the beta be officially out? No one knows, unfortunately. Feel like, to be perfectly honest, bug-wise, the game's in a good spot. Can I get a secret in the chat, by the way, to make sure this is actually functioning? Ironic how the colorblind settings are making it much harder to differentiate between colors. Now, Nailsium, I think you can blame me for that. I can make it harder, actually. We can play like different shades of green. Oops. Here we go. This is what I'm talking about right here. Holy smokes. You have never seen a better layout in Dead Cells. Secret. Did Secret actually show up on the screen? I may have been paused for too long. So people typing Secret, it probably didn't work. Chroma key it. That'd be pretty funny. Yo, Speedy, good to see you. I think I did exit the game and come back, so it makes sense that it broke. Okay, not gonna lie, that was a little difficult for me to tell which one was which. Just a little bit. Let's hope I don't misplace a point. Just got done with Metal Hellsinger, you're gonna love it. I saw someone on Twitter make a small complaint about gamers TM, trademark, restricted, where people are doing like, this is just budget Doom or something like that. Doom but worse soundtrack. And it's like, it's there's demons and there's guns. That's about as close as it can possibly get to Doom, and that's it. So like obviously the streamer was a little annoyed that people from chat would do something like that. And like I get it. Like I do the same thing sometimes. I'll say, oh, this is just budget whatever. But I try not to do that about games. Because like imagine you're the dev and you just spent like 5 years working on your passion project. And your project has, you know, bats, green zombies, a 2D character that can fire energy beams out their hands. But unfortunately, gamers, TM, when they see the game, they just say, oh, this is just budget Dead Cells. This is Dead Cells Amazon Essentials version. And it's like, I gotta dial back on that myself as well. Like, I am also a gamer in this example. I'm not perfect. So if you all ever hear me complaining a hard-working game to some other game without giving it its own due justice, please stop me. Please smack me in the head or something. Yeah, that's like saying BPM is like budget Risk of Rain. It's like it's so far off. It's just there are guns and power-ups. I think we need the Pierce. I still have Pierce. Keep the poison damage. Also, we experience stuff in terms of what we know. So that is a good example for YouTube titles, for example. So a YouTube title might be something like... oh my god, I can't tell which is which. A YouTube title might be... trying to think of how to make it not toxic. Because I could literally say... Vampire Survivors, except you actually shoot. Vampire Survivors, except I have to aim. And the game is 20 minutes till dawn. And like we're saying that so that the viewer actually can identify what they're getting into before they play it or before they click the video. But I feel like there's gotta be a level of this game isn't just Vampire Survivors. There has to be, right? Talk about 20 minutes till dawn. Challenge Rift, food on the map. We're looking good. Maybe game journalists should stop doing it as well. Yeah, I might have to just be quiet because I clearly have a reason to do it sometimes. And also just as much a reason not to do it. So I'm gonna need like an actual expert. Yeah, Slay the Spire, same scenario. Slay the Spire except you have a gun. Or Slay the Spire except you are John Wick. Who can guess that game? That's a real game, by the way. I've even had a publisher say exactly that to me. Soda Crisis. We played Soda Crisis as a first look, and PR said this is Katana Zero except Sonic the Hedgehog. I was like, wait, okay, not only am I sold, but I would not have known what kind of game it was if they didn't do that like two-piece comparison. There was a secret. So we just did the challenge rift, which was up. You must be saying it's by the challenge rift. Nice, nice. Yo, Celso, good to see you. First time I've ever heard the beheaded or whatever you called him, John Wick. No, it's not It's not in this game at all. Obvious inspirations from devs, which is why we use comparisons. Yeah, I get it. I know that when someone say that, oh, this game is just blah blah blah, and then they walk away, that's probably like a little closer to what the issue was. Like, yeah, if you're gonna say, oh, this is just Doom, watch for a little while, and then you will see that this is not just Doom. Talking about Metal Hellsinger. Alright, so we're really looking for poison sources. Right now we have Tesla as the poison source. Boomerang and Hokuto both do that pretty well. It just requires a star to fix. And I don't know how lucky we are to get a star to fix, because that's what really makes the barnacle pop off. Okay. Well, there you go. It's just that easy. Wish it into existence. Manifest it. Manifest, by the way. Scripted. We'll do No Mercy now. I think you do No Mercy before Tranquilo to possibly kill these corrupted prison monsters a little sooner. Sometimes it works well, like Splitgate, Halo meets Portal. I actually think Splitgate was one of those devs that said, hey, our game is Halo meets Portal, and literally put that in the description. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do. Like, only do that when the dev or PR does it themselves. Dead Cells, but it's a MOBA, not a roguelike. Yo, I would play that right now. Dead Cells, except instead of having like the one character, you have multiple, and then each item. So like you have a tactics character, a survival character, a brutality character. And you have to tune the build a little bit because you know that someone has damage reduction to poison. So now you can't use your alchemic carbine anymore. You gotta swap out for the assault crossbow. Oh my god. I'm really starting to like Boomerang too. There's just something about set and forget. It's really nice. I think someone also tested this with kill rhythm, and I think they said it works. If you spam the whatever non-boomerang button is along with the boomerang while it's out, supposedly it increases your attack speed. I've yet to try it myself. People are saying it's easier if you dual bind it. But depending on how tomorrow goes, not tomorrow, because tomorrow we have the double VeeDotVod. The next time we play Dead Cells might be a look at something similar to that. A dual bound build. It's been a while since we've done dual binding. The collector turned you into a pickle? What? Dead Cells, but the everyone's alive? The prequel. Call it Dead Cells 0. Before the malaise hit. You have to fight actual army. I was gonna say the giant before he's a skeleton, but I feel like the giant was always a skeleton. What is causing crits? Boomerang. No, who has my poison? Hokuto bow applies poison. Barnacle crits on poison target, which is new technology. Thank you, execute. Execute. Nice, nice. It'd be kind of cool if, you know what, like screw playing the Beheaded in a Dead Cells prequel. Let us play Timekeeper. Like, so Timekeeper's the only person who's not dead, I think. I guess the servants and stuff like them too. I guess technically we could play one of them. But you play Timekeeper, you see all the actions of the king and queen. Holy crap. And every time you die, you have to re-roll the clock. Like it's actual Timekeeper's power. You re-roll the clock and then try again. Devs, wait, we just actually unlocked the next DLC. New playable character. Get this real quick. All right, I'm going to dual bind ice shards with pyro and oil grenade. Pyrotechnics. I struggle with pyro, not gonna lie. Not saying it's a bad item, it's just my personal tier list. Little spoiler for this coming Saturday. Perhaps pyro is not at the top. But hey, it's a live tier list, so you, the viewer, you can tell me why I'm so wrong. Why do my opinions suck? Dead Cells, except this multiplayer game that takes place on a spaceship. You have to work together to determine which one is the charlatan. I'm still pissed. The first time I played Among Us, I was imposter. Very, very first time I've ever played the game. And they voted me off in 2 minutes. I didn't do a single thing. I literally walked out. And I already got like a vote on me. All right, this is definitely ancient. Shush. Be Timekeeper, go to the future when you've beaten the game. Easy win. What if Timekeeper can only go backwards? And you're, oh, that's the actual story. You're reclaiming your abilities like a Metroidvania. At first, you can only go backwards in time, and then once you beat the game and you go into 5 BC, you can go forward in time. But if you go too far forward, you might end up in a wall and die. All right, tranquilo. Did you get universal tasked? I didn't think so. Because the first universal task is like a key or something, right? Everyone has to put their key in. And honestly, I was just standing there trying to... I think I was talking to chat, as a matter of fact. I wasn't even trying to fake anything. But because I didn't immediately play the game, they voted me. And I was actually imposter. And then I uninstalled the game afterward. Pretty good. Evil Dead Cells be like everyone's happy. That's what Timekeeper's trying to do, trying to make everything back to normal. Reverse boss cells. The Timekeeper DLC, you start off in 5 BC and you steadily work your way back to 0 BC. Every time you die, they put you back in 5 BC. Nice, nice. Dead Cells 2, you are the marriage counselor. I almost feel like if you were the marriage counselor to the king, that has to be one of the worst jobs ever. Almost like court gesture. It's like if you say something wrong, if you say to the king, oh, by the way, king, you're gaslighting your wife, you get beheaded, right? You're probably not allowed to tell the king that. I feel like you may as well just sign up to be the janitor. It's safer that way. Had a good idea for the next viewer build. Don't leak it. Someone might snipe your build. You don't want that to happen. I was about to say, no way this thing lives. Absolutely no way. Okay, so we're really looking for a bonus to poison. I could have taken that, but we will probably buy from a shop instead, assuming that there's a weapon shop. Ooh. There it is. Bonus to poison. I don't really think it's possible to get bleeding in the kit. This is bigger? Absolutely. All right. Gucci. Jester's job, make fun of the king so he laughs, but not too much or else you become dead cells. Not an easy job. To be 100% honest, trying to make people laugh, in general, not an easy job. That's why my mantra on the Twitch side is if I could just make myself laugh, then I'm probably in good shape. If we can do like more than that, then you know what? That's bonus. Poison, burning, oil is enough? No, we need more. There's no such thing as enough. Insatiable right now. Holy crap, good job. I even need the wormettes. I need wormettes, I need burning oil. I need poison, I need phlegm. Just give me all of it, or else I lose. I don't want to lose. I don't know where that is. Dead cells, but it's reverse. You want to spread the malaise to other people. Almost like tag. Shoot, maybe that's what they do for Dead Cells multiplayer. Not a multiplayer where you have to kill other people, just make it tag. The more monsters you kill, the faster you move. And if you get a cursed chest, you move at like triple speed. But if anyone dies, you're automatically it. By the way, all these ideas are free, devs. You can have, I'm not looking for any kind of anything from anybody. Take them. I don't even care to get the credits. I don't think I've seen tactics. But now I'm also worried that we have seen tactics at some point, but I've been using the wrong colors. This is not my fault. Hello. Double. Boomerang is your favorite ranged weapon. It's super versatile. It got buffed at some point too. At first it was really strong because you could use ammo mutation and dual bind them. Then they nerfed it, and now they brought back the base damage, I think. So it actually feels pretty nice. Where the legendary's at, unfortunately we got challenge rifts, and the game said, V, you can only be so lucky. But hear me out here. Would you rather And this goes to a Rinxor. Rinxor, would you rather have legendaries or would you rather have challenge rifts? Let's say in the game, somehow it was a correlation between the two. Every time you get a challenge rift, it removes 2 legendaries from the queue. Are you okay with that or no? For an extra scroll, basically, yes. Which technically, that's how legendaries used to work in the past. I don't know if a starred Tesla coil could actually get anything. Maybe burns the ground when it's destroyed? Volley of arrows. I mean, my Tesla's pretty bad, so... Alright. Yeah, legendaries have less affixes, but you're supposed to be able to, for example, use Nutcracker while Brutality as legendary. And then you get the dual scaling too. Less affixes, but does more damage because it's using 2 scrolls instead of just the 1. Now you might say, yeah, I'll just keep the scroll. It's fine. That's okay. I am perfectly okay with that answer. There's no right or wrong answers when it comes to the V.Me channel. The only wrong answer on this channel is get good. Alright. I just want a Tesla that does bonus to poison. Stop showing me good stuff. Alright, good enough. Alright, let's get out of here. We do have a prediction coming up as well. I love so much food on the ground, but like... we're fine. We're all green right now, just different shades of green. We don't need food. They increased the range of the boomerang recently, covers the whole screen. Confirmed? That's really long. Is that nerfable? Surely boomerang doesn't need a nerf, right? You stick it into the monster and then if you roll through it, you lost your damage. Is this a hardcore mod thing? I should probably get rid of that. We didn't do the hardcore thing at all. But either way, welcome Waffles. We're, as much as I would like this to be hardcore, I have 4,000 health. I could die by getting tickled by a monster. I also blow up monsters, so there is that. Let's do the prediction. We have for a prediction on the board. What will happen to V? Will he get the hit list? Will he get hit exactly 1 time? Will he get hit multiple times but not die? Or will he just straight up die? Sparkles around the beheaded's head. Like Robert Pattinson? I don't see anything. How about a Dead Cells where you can change heads and gain new abilities? And you can swap heads? Dead Cells, but instead of weapons, you swap whole classes. Also, you're a bone. I like it, I like it. Do a dodge? Yeah, that's Acrobatic Pack. Yeah, that's actually the indicator that you have the ability to use Acrobatic Pack. So when I do this and then throw, the Hokuto came out. But now when I dodge roll, there's no sparkle until it's up again. And now I sparkle. What's going on with the YouTube stream shoutout video today? What's going on with the YouTube stream shoutout video? What's wrong with it, Zalassin? It says Dead Cells, then Hades later. Oh, the title's wrong? Thank you, thank you. Well, Skull the Hero Slayer is just Hades, except instead of Olympian gods, it's skeletons and monsters. Which is not super far off. I wonder how many people I baited in by saying I was gonna play Hades today. That's messed up. Yeah, Andre. It's the dodge roll with the sparkles. That's your indicator that you have Acrobatic Pack. Yeah, predictions, for those who don't know, are also region-based. So if you're not able to do a prediction, that's probably the reason why. Alright, let's get up here. Good damage right now. Go in my little corner. Baby jail. Next corner. I'm gonna stay dead center. Nice. No Hokuto. Instead of no maidens, it's no Hokuto? Question mark. Tesla's just soloing these. I didn't have to press a single button. Crap. Boss executed. I told you, like, I know a busted build when I see one. And yes, it is tactics. I could get one-shotted. I understand that. I know I only have 4,000 HP. I'm not taking it for granted. We're privileged to be able to deal this much damage to the boss. I get it. I get it. Incoming legendary magic missile. What would I want to see? I think I want to see legendary boomerang first. But we don't want a boomerang that does double the ammo. I'd rather see a boomerang that does flaming trail. I think there's a boomerang that does bleed on hit too. All right. Payment. Rare no hit, never before seen no hits. Nice. Of course it's Barnacle. Why would it not be? Why does this Barnacle feel like it's worse than my current one? I guess I should look at the damage number, right? So it does do more damage. 80%. Where are the math majors at? So that's 10, 15, 20. It's like a 25% damage increase compared to the 80% that it originally was. Nice. Self synergy. Okay. That's not bad. But the biters are good. Biters got buffed. They're now more resilient than ever. They're like the little water bugs that they say can go out into space. What if I'm gonna let Nero decide. I can always buy a new Tesla coil. But I want to at least see what double Barney looks like for a little while. Double the boogers, one for each nostril. Think you're right. Let me in, Eric Andre. I'll get back to it today. Only use your NFVs when I'm 3K above the goal. Oh, you mean for votes? All right. Bank it up. I want to see a mimicked barnacle. Like, as much as I would love to see the other stuff, the Barney is all I care about now. We're done with Sesame Street. It's only Barney from this time out. Though, is Barney still in the air? No, right? Only Sesame Street? 4,000 episodes? More episodes than One Piece? One barnacle per platform. That's sick. Instant curse? Don't mind if I do. Showing my age. Are you saying Zoomers don't know who Barney is? But they know Elmo because Elmo's on freaking Twitter. But Barney's not. Oh, satellite missiles? That's so good. Okay, I swear I must have put points in the wrong color by now. Okay, so I'm a little worried about these because I'm pretty sure the boomerang bounces off the gold. Oh, it actually went through. I was a little afraid that you'll aggro but not actually be able to damage them. I would never say Zoomers don't know something, but I would definitely imply it. I'd say Zoomers don't know the old thing all the time. I'm bad. I'm real bad. But I get as much back, so it's fine. Barney's a 90s kid thing. Sorry, Andre, if you were trying to get me to answer a specific thing, I'm sorry if I missed it. I saw a conversation going on in chat, but now I see my name. All right, we're not gonna mimic check that. Save the mimic check for the potential barnacle. Self-synergy barnacle. That's sick. And this thing's on a 10-second cooldown. That's not bad. You just need the poison. But it's kind of nice that, oh, I have barnacle, so now I will try to opt into poison. Compared to old barnacle, where it's like, okay, now I just have some snot. And that's not great. If you have snot, there could be a lot of things wrong there. Best case scenario, you have allergies. Worst case, other stuff. Stop using controller and play like a man and use keyboard. Fallen, if you gift 5 subs, I will play keyboard and mouse for the rest of this run. You won't do it. They won't do it. Is that a threat? Is that a threat, B? I'm broke. What am I gonna do? I love to play keyboard and mouse just for you. This will be in the YouTube thumbnail. This viewer made me play keyboard and mouse for the first time ever. By the way, and let me preface this, if you do not have money to do anything, don't do it. Don't try to find money. This is purely entertainment. That's all. I'm not trying to get people to do something that they literally cannot do. Oops. I used to do that as a challenge though. We had bonks. And each bonk was done via channel points. And what it was that I would roll a random set of challenges. We usually do it for charity and stuff like that. And one of them was play keyboard and mouse. There was another one that was play with one hand. I'm trying to think what the other ones were. Play with one hand, play with socks on your hands. We did do guitar controller. That wasn't really for a bonk. That's like a full charity thing in and of itself. We were playing with the game turned upside down. Play with the controller behind your head. Bad spot. I need my barnacles. Alright. I remember that YouTube vid, yo, what's with all the amulets? There were like 3 or 4 elites just then. That room specifically has 3 elite gold snatchers, whatever their names are. Pets are not considered deployables for support. That's correct. Thank you for answering each other's questions, by the way. Yeah, I would like the idea of bringing back the bonks. I owe you all a 12-hour stream, and we've been training, by the way. I actually did very well with the last couple of 9-hour streams, so I think I'm mentally, physically, and spiritually prepared for 12 hours. And that would probably involve some bonks. Actually easy, because all the buttons behind your head doesn't matter. So it's a endurance thing. There's actually, my old trailer was me playing with the Guitar Hero controller behind the head. And it's purely, as you all can see, I have no strength. I haven't set up the home gym yet. So to hold the controller behind your head for like 5 minutes straight, that's actually torture for me. It's not really about like being able to press the buttons. It's more so how long can I hold my hands over my head without the blood rush happening. What a weird map layout. What's your opinion? What is, in your opinion, the strongest part about Shrapnel Axe? You're trying to make a build out of it. The strongest part to me is Ripper mutation and attack speed. Like, yeah, it's nice to be able to hit stuff from afar, but honestly, being able to rip stuff out with a melee weapon that has self-synergy with Ripper, that's what I think I enjoy the most about it. One of the recent viewer builds we had was a Shrapnel Ripper build, and I think it's in our top 3 tactics video. Shrapnel Ripper. I'm a big fan. It is. Thank you, Kina, and welcome. Yo, Blaze, good to see you. Blaze, thanks for gassing me up in regards to Cuphead. We'll see if I can get blessed with the ability to play Cuphead. I thought Cuphead was on Game Pass. I'm a little upset that it's not. Or at least it's not on Windows Game Pass. What's a zombie supposed to do? So you're just a green zombie. This dude's walking past like all these monsters, throwing out a blender and their Vegeta at the same time. What are you supposed to do? Hey, how do you compete against that? And he has 2 boogers. It's messed up. Mimic check? Self-synergy mimic check? We'll take it anyway. Do I really need to apply double poison? I feel like the answer is no. Dead cells, but I can only use items that apply poison. On Twitter, I said Hades today. Yeah. Yeah. My bad. I baited people. Toxicity? Dead cells, but I can only use items that spread poison. Wow, this was a mimic food shop. It's kind of awful, really. Let's just clear the malaise and then we'll leave. As far as I know, scrolls do not spawn on this side of the arena. On this side of the map. Imagine being a green zombie. I almost feel bad. Not to say that Dead Cells needs to be harder. But I think if there was a mod that allowed for all monsters to spawn, I think Hyper Stifer made that as a mod where all monsters can spawn via malaise. Not just green zombies and other junk like that. Not to say that the game's easy. It's just there's no way a green zombie is gonna do anything to me at this point. Mimic Food Shop is a rip-off when you're no-hitting everything. I died to a green zombie on YouTube today. That was pretty good. By the way, someone told me to do that as the intro piece. They said, V, why do you never show your death as the opening to your videos anymore? And I was like, I actually forgot that was a thing. I forgot I could do that. So thank you, viewer, whoever you are, the mystery viewer. We don't need to do Celeste. $35 mil in the bank. Literally in the bank. Is this coffee old? Put that away. Alright. Barnacles only, and they have to spread poison. Is there always one and only one mimic in the bank? Yes. And it chooses one of the 3 shops. Yo, I need a new magic missile. I kind of forgot I had the same one. We'll do Cavern. But I'm wondering if I can kill the Scarecrow with this. Let's I don't even know if I have accessibility turned on for continue mode. Wait, oh no. Can I get a Y in the chat if you want me to go to Scarecrow, or N in the chat if you want me to not die, if you want me to live? V, you're talking mad smack about this build. Bet you ain't gonna say that in front of Scarecrow. If there's any build that can do Scarecrow, it has to be this, right? It has to be. There's no way. We have self-synergy and everything does poison. I should just run. I should put down the barnacles and then just run in circles with Boomerang and Hokuto. Throw the boogers, then AFK. You can't AFK, but you can throw the boogers and pray. Why did you play this game? Makes you realize you're terrible? I just got hours. Watch me play Ravita. Or Crypto the Necro Dancer, which I've only played for like 30 minutes. How in the world did that not hit me? If I had continue mode on, I would definitely go Scarecrow here. That way we don't have to risk the viewers' V-Bucks. But right now, I'm really leaning Scarecrow right now. V hit the number of hours that officially makes him a professional player. Yo. V.Me known for his what? So when you think about professional players, your Shrouds, your Ninjas, your Fakers. Known for what? Known for his rise. Known for his PUBG kill 30% the lobby. Known for his whatever you do in Fortnite. Whatever Fortnite, well, I guess you can win a tournament. I certainly can't. So V.Me known for his legendary Scarecrow throws. Known for dying to Scarecrow the most times compared to everyone else. The Shroud of roguelikes. Let me get like a couple more games under the belt. Like, let's hard mode Skull come out and we're streaking. We're doing Eden streaks and Skull the Hero Slayer. BPM dub, true. And I will be doing Metal Hellsinger. I just made a calendar today. And I put Metal Hellsinger on it. I think that's September though. I'm gonna replace the Barnacle that does the poison on hit. The baby one, not the legendary. And we'll try to get one that does bonus to poison. Yeah, the Barnacles hit hard, but I feel like the other one, the non-legendary one, isn't really as hard as it should be. It's okay, Hades is scratching that itch while I deal with the frustration. Zappins, would you say that Hades, at least where you are in Hades, it's easier than Dead Cells? No wrong answer, I'm just genuinely curious. I've had people say the opposite. Anyone would say that? Well, obviously Hades has the heat system, so there's adjustable difficulties to it. I guess we've done this conversation before. We actually did a full video on Hades versus Dead Cells. Triple purple. But it's also like kind of green at the same time. That, yes, there's probably at some point a level of heat that is harder than Dead Cells. Probably. It's just that if you think about like, so we're playing 5BC and 5BC only. Could we make Dead Cells harder? Absolutely. Like we're in challenge mode, we can make this as difficult as we want. But we don't. So in the same vein of Hades, you can make Hades as difficult as you want. And you probably set it to some specific level. Okay, let's buy this and set it aside. Buy this and set it aside as well. I'll probably just use Barnacle. I was just hoping for one that does bonus to poison. I just sold the one I said I was gonna set aside for later. Messed up. I just wasted $8,000. Not bad. Something light. The vast majority of deaths are fair and your own mistake. In this game, Vord, or in Hades? I'm gonna assume you mean this game because some of the Hades deaths at high heat might be a little sus. Oh, I should let that transform. This game? Now, of course, I have hours in this game. So most of the complaints from me are around single hits. And like, I use complaints in air quotes. Like most of the time, and this is really what comes to bosses, and I get hit by a boss and lose the no-hit, we're up in arms about it. Like everyone's yelling in chat, I'm yelling behind the camera. Buster's yelling because I'm yelling. Like getting hit when the no-hit is on the table, it's a big deal around here. And do I want to believe that every hit was fair and balanced? Yeah, I want to believe that. In my heart, I believe every lost no-hit was fair. There's just a couple in the queue that are... It gets me a little riled up. Fair? Sure, but I'm also just as fair to be riled up about it. When I press the parry button and I don't parry the attack, but actually I parry the next attack, it's fair. I'm just a little riled up, that's all. A little tilted. Yo, Phil, good to see you. I hate that gas level in Dead Cells where you have to find sources of light. I'm actually surprised we don't have more gimmick levels in Dead Cells. And again, like they have probably plans for more free updates and DLC. We just got the bank, and bank kind of has gimmicks to it. With the idea they have to pay to get out. We kind of have a vertical progression level, which is the servants level. But you know what I would kind of like to see in Dead Cells? One thing we don't have a water level. And I mean, like, you go underwater, your character is moving at half speed, you jump at like 1.5 times the height. Enemies can swim, so like they're actually dive bombing you from upper areas. You have depth charges, mines all over the field. Anglerfish, electric eels, king crabs, snow crabs, and Dungeness crabs. And now I'm hungry. Call of Duty dev? Is that what COD is? Do they have water levels in Call of Duty? Yeah, I saw the Xbox conference, but you're just on a boat. Don't give them ideas? I think I would love to see a water level. Whoa, double arbiter. Has there ever been tactics? Have I just been putting everything in survival by mistake? Scuba? I forgot which game had scuba, and you're actually shooting? Here we go. All right, huge. Reroll this a couple times. Huge. I don't need this. Victims release a toxic cloud with each hit. Shots explode into a toxic cloud. That's super interesting. I didn't know there were two different things. There's also poison on hit, but all of those are... Poison on hit is literally when you shoot the enemy, they get a poison icon over their head. When you get shots explode into a toxic cloud, that's you shoot, and then there's a cloud on the actual monster, and all monsters that go into it are poison. Victims release a toxic cloud on hit. Sounds different than shots explode. That must mean that if you, for example, I can hit the wall and get poison. Maybe that doesn't work on the other bow, and it has to actually hit the target. My only guess. I want a transport level where you stay on a ship or car and then enemies come at you from angles. Yo, defend the boat as we try to leave the island. There's a lot of really cool ideas that could be done, I think. Dead Cells wise. Is Barnacle a good option? You've never used it? So I'm playing Barnacle on the latest update. I should mention that right now. The latest update allows the Barnacle to crit on poison targets. If you're playing on mobile, I'm pretty sure your Barnacle does not have this. If you're playing on console, I don't think it has it either, but makes the victim bleed. But we don't have any bleed synergies. If this had makes victim bleed and it also did bonus to poison target, I think you take it. Now we're like min-maxing, so I don't die to freaking Scarecrow. All right, not bad. I do believe we are done here. Let me just get my money and then we can peace out. Am I playing the beta right now? Yes, I am. Usually, whenever there's an update, I try to play on the most recent update. That way we can also form opinions and provide feedback to devs, that sort of deal. If you're min-maxing, why don't you buy the level 12 Hokuto? The wording on it makes me a little scared. But I guess there's one way to find out, right? Did I lose Pierce? Nah, we're good. Yeah, so this does not do poison if it doesn't hit a target, which might be a non-issue. It really might not matter. But if it doesn't really do the cloud on hit, then it's definitely worse. All right, we can just leave. That's $300. Is Scarecrow my least favorite boss? I don't think I have a least favorite. If anything, my least favorite boss is probably Concierge. It's just a little unfortunate that I die to Scarecrow because some of the things in Dead Cells, Scarecrow is immune to. But one of the nice things about Scarecrow, almost like the Giant, not that Scarecrow can be stun locked, but it can be melted. I will still do the prediction. You trust me? Thank you, Nero. The big thing about Scarecrow is that it doesn't have a phase transition. It literally will just run at you for the entire run if it wants to. It does try to opt into other things if possible. I am gonna take Disengage. Disengage, Acrobati Pack. And I don't think we can run Tranquilo here. So we're gonna do Support instead. No Mercy is pretty nice, but we're doing plus 38% bonus damage on every single instance of damage compared to 7% of Scarecrow's life bar, which might be like 100k if we're lucky. I'm pretty sure we're gonna deal at least 100k worth just from support. Yeah, I really think that we could use almost like primes from Rogue Legacy 2. Prime versions of Concierge, Mama Tick. Mama Tick Prime would be absolutely disgusting. And then Conjunctivious Prime would be kind of cool too. My dream version of Conjunctivious Prime. Oh my god, devs. So the tentacles on the ground are always there and never go away. You kill one, another one will replace it. Yo, Waffles, thank you for that T1. Spikes all along the arena. The platforms are the platforms that can fall. So you almost think of the bottom as like a death pit full of tentacles. And then each platform, you have to maintain your ability to stay on it. Do they speed up? Sure, make them pink ones. That's fine. And then Conjunctivious. Honestly, Conjunct can probably stay the same, because now the whole arena is harder. But that would be my dream version. But we would also need Prime Concierge and Prime Mama Tick as well. Alright, we got the double Barneys. Hokuto. Self-synergetic. I did not re-roll the left barnacle for bonus to poison, so that's one misplay. It is doing 15%, but it's doing better than the old one, that's for sure. I think I have to roll through. Do some flotation. Please get away from me! Just kill it! I'm surprised Scarecrow stayed in the air for that long. It's almost like I didn't have to do half of Scarecrow, because it just stayed in the sky. And you know what? I don't know if that's good RNG, because technically Scarecrow could go underground instead, and that's a really good way to lose a no-hit, is when it starts punting mushrooms at you. But I am really surprised that worked the way it did. I mean, I guess I should have known that was gonna happen. That's why I went to Scarecrow anyway. No. All right, who can guess what the item is? Barnacle, Magic Missile, Hokuto, or another Barney? Did I say Magic Missile? Boomerang? Payment. Hitless boss. Woo premiere. No hit. One scarecrow. Tesla. I forgot Tesla existed. And I think going double Tesla is bad. Gonna be? Who is it? Okay. So, this could be bad. Let us try. Do I need the toxicity? If I could get Flaming Trail, that would be kind of cool. We already have poison coming from our legendary Barnacle. Maybe I don't need poison on my Hokuto at the same time? I mean, it's not the good one though. Like, we want Toxic Cloud. I'll just leave it. Whatever. At least it's better than this. At least. Alright, Barney. Dead cells, but everything has to be poison damage. Oh, let's reset back. Even though I'm sure some of this is overkill. Networking. No mercy. The issue is that all of these monsters can kill me. So I think you probably want to go for the overkill. That way you don't miss a single opportunity on any monster. If only I was wearing a green costume. This is the only way I know I'm not survival, is wearing Spicy Queen. But yeah, I saw that today on YouTube when I was trying to look up Nuzlocke stuff. People were doing Pokemon except I have to use blah blah blah. Pokemon except I can only use purple legendaries. Pokemon, but I can only use fish. And I was honestly trying to think, like, what's the equivalent in Dead Cells? Because like in Dead Cells, it's not really that great to say Dead Cells except I'm brutality. Dead Cells, but every item is a ranged item. Oh. V. That's 2,000 IQ. I just don't know what I can do that kind of fits the same genre. Like, I'd sooner just not use a full kit. Just have like one weapon. Is it me, or are the vibes better on Shipwreck than Castle? I like Shipwreck. Alright. Dead Cells, but I have to use items that start with the letter D. That's not terrible. So that way, can someone count how many words there are in Dead Cells? Do you have any English majors in the chat? Any liberal arts majors? That gives us one video for every single letter of the Dead Cells alphabet. But you know what? Not half bad, if you were to ask me. Should probably get this scroll first. Heard Castle track for years, so Shipwreck is more appealing. I would have gone Shipwreck if I was confident that this doesn't die to servants. Barnacle, while going up the platforms, very, very good, but they can destroy the wooden planks. And then once you're actually in the the servant fight, I'm not confident that the barnacles can hit anything besides Calliope. I think Cleo will probably outrun them. And I think Euterpe, while she's on top of a platform, like I would have to position my barnacles to never miss Euterpe as well. Dead cells, but you can only use boss items. Flint, tentacle, sickle. Not bad, not bad. There's apparently one weapon that starts with the letter D, Dagger of Prophet, and one skill that starts with D, the double crossbow. Really? And I'm not saying you're wrong. I certainly don't freaking know. Yo, Cakes in the chat, Nano Tyrannus. Welcome, happy to have you here. For those who don't know who I am, I'm VeeDotMe. Right now we're playing some Dead Cells. I don't know if Nano was doing that themselves, but we can find out with a click of the button. While I didn't pause. Playing some Dead Cells, nice. Yeah, Death Orb, thank you, thank you. That's a full kit. Yo, Nano, what was on the agenda today? In the land of Dead Cells. 0 to 5BC speed run, nice. Now I was looking at this before I started the stream today. I went to check the I went to start checking the speedrun website because I was thinking to myself, does the world record for 0 to 5BC do the light speed? I don't know the official name of it. I guess it's like mega light speed, hyper light speed, whatever it is. It doesn't. Any particular reason why it does not? Because I know the world records for fresh save all do it. No glitches allowed. Interesting. Stars. Where's the tactics? I don't think I'm supposed to be at 5, 30, and 6. I'm pretty sure I put points. Nobody saw that. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I put points and not tactics at some point. All the colors look the same. I messed up. Right after the V.60? What after the V.60? Did something happen? See what happens when I don't press the barnacle buttons? Monsters all of a sudden stop dying. How dare you not use the Barney? You got bonked right after the 60. Did I? You sure you don't have 2 streams open? Maybe you're watching Susie on the other monitor, and that's what happened. Which is fine. If I could give a shout out to Susie on the stream deck, I would, but it doesn't work that way. Multiple runs where you never got dual scroll in your favor. You gotta cook the books a little bit. You have to entice the game into giving you the color that you want by tricking the game, making it seem as though you want a different color. It's the only way. Please. Fun fact, if you pronounce it wrong, barnacles... Oh, Barnacles? Barnacles? Is that where the word barnacle came from? The Greek god of the ocean? Some say that Barnacles was born inside of a like rock kind of tube thing, and he has little like tentacles on his head, and he also sticks to ships sometimes. Why, we don't know. It's a blessing. When Barnacles has stuck to your ship, that ship will never sink. It's actually good luck. I think I jumped in real life. This run was too rigged to get tactic scrolls. We only rigged it in one direction. All right, not bad, not bad. 2 challenge rifts wasn't enough, or rather was more than enough. It's all green anyway, right? Who cares? It's different shades of green. As long as you get a shade of green, you win. I wonder if V saw that fragment and just ignored it, or I wanted someone else to see the fragment. Fragments useless for now on? They're good luck, just like the barnacle on the ship that makes your ship not sink. If I don't get this, we actually lose the run. I regret to inform. By the way, good to see you, Andre. Andrew, I'm sorry. They still have that bug in here. As you see, I did a down slam, broke through this with Ram Room, and now I can't see the map anymore. Like the Explorer's Instinct that had all of this highlighted, now I can't see what's below me after breaking that. It's really weird. Stars. All right. I don't think a challenge rift can ever spawn in here. I haven't checked in probably a year. All right. A little reminder for myself. For all we know, it could be a bug, and all of a sudden the game forces one into there because there's no other like landmarks that actually tie a challenge rift to. Dead Cells is not a game known for its bugs, not a Bethesda title. Imagine a Bethesda roguelike. Oh my god, the amount of bugs. And the amount of NPCs you have to talk to. Like, it's kind of cool thinking about, okay, it's Skyrim, except you find the spells at random. And then you have to go castle to castle. And the castle's randomized. But it's Bethesda, so you know guarantee, like, NPCs are gonna break. Some skills won't actually work. You'll be able to just clip through the walls and go into the next castle, not even have to fight the boss. Head hurts thinking about a Bethesda roguelike, I'd play it. If someone has a Nexus mod for Skyrim turning into a roguelike, I probably would play it. Skyrim roguelike, but the bugs are the gear. Your whole goal is to try to bug out whatever weapon you have to make it stronger. I like it, I like it. Alright, next prediction's up, by the way. Ooh. We'll get the no-hit. Is it me? Maybe Hand of the King gets the no-hit this time. Shoutouts to Hand of the King. Holy smokes, that's a gamer. While you all are doing that, I'm gonna step away for 5. Use the potty, get some calories in me, grab a drink. We will do the rest of the run when we come back. We will be next game to Skull the Hero Slayer after today's run. Big thank you to all tuning in. Yo, Trent, trying to try. I like that name. That's actually the mantra of this channel. We're trying to try and get better and make you laugh and make you better while I get better. All right, be right back, everybody. Oops.
We're dead.
All right, we are back. For those of you here for the first time, welcome. I'm V.Me. We are neck deep in our main game, Dead Cells. For those who don't know, I play a lot of roguelikes and action games, Soulsborne, tryhard games, platformers coming soon, maybe, possibly. This is a little bit of all of that combined in the terms of Dead Cells. We're about to fight what's usually the main boss of the game. Hand the King, no! It's one of the hardest bosses of all of Dead Cells. I do believe he can be killed. If he can poison, he can die. Big hi to people here for the first time. I gotta get like a welcome mat. Something to really symbolize a welcoming community. We can put those in front. Oh my god. I rolled so early. Wait, okay, the barnacle is kind of cheating. Rotate. Oh my god, he couldn't do anything. V, that's messed up. Don't blame me. Don't blame me. Blame, who is it? Narrowsen. When they nerf the barnacles, blame Narrowsen. When they nerf the magic missile, blame Narrow. When I die on the next boss, also blame Narrowsen. Narrow, your build wasn't strong enough. Alright, pave it. Who is this Narrowsen? How would you pronounce it? Do I need to roll the R? Is it Nero? Nero? Oh my god, the freaking Tesla coil. Get this bull crap out of here. Imagine using Tesla coil ever. Holy smokes. I put 5k on the line. Hollow, you got one more boss coming up. Don't even stress about it. Be glad V didn't go to the giant. Exactly. You all would have a giga buff giant next patch if I did that. A matter of fact, every time I go Scarecrow, I'm helping you all out by making sure giant doesn't get nerfed. Or buffed, rather. Okay. So, just to say it, I don't think my barnacle should have reached that. I'm not being toxic, I'm just saying. Nirosen. Nirosen. Since when was Barnacle OP? They just buffed it in this patch to make it crit on poison target. So I have a lot of poison in the kit, and I also have a Barnacle that does apply poison by itself. As you can see, that's all I need to do is press R2 and it does the damage for me. You just sit back, relax, and not have to work a day of my life. Like this. Oh my god! I got baited by the barnacle. That's messed up. Why'd the barnacle leave? That's so bad. I'm out here trying to showcase the weapon. It's just gonna bounce like that. Holy smokes. Am I crazy? Wasn't Barnacle called something else for a while? I think it was always called the Barney. I don't know what else there may have been. And Fun Size, I think you're in North America, right? I don't think you're playing on a different version of the game. Definitely correct me if I'm wrong. I picked Magic Missile for this biome. Yes, I was not pressing the Magic Missile button at all. I only wanted Barnacle to do everything. That's my bad. That's my bad. It's a little baby misplay. This would have been like in Rise of the Giant that long ago. I mean, I certainly don't remember anything. I could be wrong though. I can't get away with not pressing the Magic Missile button. There's no way. I'm gonna 100% die if I press as little buttons as possible. Yo, King Seeker, good to see you. How does your shop have full stock even after restock when you use custom mode and limit it to only those items? So, interestingly enough, in custom mode, if you have enough items, which right now we have 2 different range items and 2 different turrets, it will continue to give you different options when you do the rerolls. I've only seen it break when I have like 1 weapon and I do rerolls and all of a sudden the next reroll has no items in it. But I feel like that's a bug. I think for most circumstances, it will always give you every reroll, and it will give you new items each time. Which, going back to the title of the stream, which is Viewer Build Hardcore Mode, my original plan for today's run, which was a bone run, that I've done something similar to in the past, so I wanted to make the run a little bit different, was I was going to have all items available. I start off with the viewer's items, and that makes it so that it's more difficult for me to find the stuff that the viewer asked for. In that sense, we will have low-level gear unless I get lucky. But I opted out of doing that because I knew that this build has a certain power level to it, and if I chose not to do that, I think the showcase would have been a little worse. But for example, if I got another face flask build, we could do exactly that. Because if you think about it, running around with a level 4 face flask, say that 5 times fast, not super different than playing a level 10 one or a level 12 one. It's damage reduction, and that is it. And the fixes. I guess the fixes aren't something to shake your finger at. All right, 1 scroll. Looking good. I think we're gonna get the 1 scroll and the dip set with the skip, the speedrun strat. Give it a little more practice. Holy smokes, it actually blocked. Fun fact, you did this build with a level 4 boomerang. Yeah, this is strong. Like, definitely without a doubt in my mind, this is actually strong. So I'm happy we were able to showcase this at like maximum strength. Good job, Wormettes. I knew I could believe. True Wormet believers in the chat only. What are some good story-based games I would recommend? Last of Us Part 1. Story-based, story-based. Until Dawn. All of Metal Gear. And you might be like wondering, V, like, why would you consider Metal Gear Solid as a story-based game? I feel like, honestly, the story makes it as good as the gameplay. Like, Kojima really popped off. Okay, let's try to leave. We didn't cleanse the map, but I shouldn't need to, especially if I just buy a stupid Robotussen. I never played any story games, sadly, before, but I'll check out those. Yeah, and I bring up Last of Us Part 1 specifically. I didn't play Part 2. I would say you would get almost 100% of your value on story-based game simply by playing Part 1. I don't think Part 2 is even required. What's a story game? I consider a story game any game where the narrative is actually worth paying attention to. Like, you don't skip it. People say that about things like Horizon Zero Dawn, or maybe even the new God of War. But some games, I skip the dialogue. Not a lot. I like to give games their due credit. But any game that you would skip the dialogue, I consider it an action game or tactics game, whatever. Okay. There's nothing I can do to get myself any stronger. Alright. Technically, Hades is a story game. I would say that Hades, if you want to play it for just the 10 wins, probably qualifies. For someone who wants like a little bit of story. Then again, you could also just look on YouTube. I have a video that has all the cutscenes in it. And save yourself some time. If you have Game Pass, Hades is on Game Pass. Alright, start it up, V. New prediction. Now, I believe we have gotten a no-hit on every single boss today. This is the actual last boss for us to get a no-hit on. And I don't know how possible that's gonna be. I want to believe we're gonna be taking off No Mercy. And we're gonna go support, Acrobati Pack, Tranquilo, full damage, no disengage, no triage, just all pogs, 633.7 on the damage meter. I took support and disengage personally, but you're the expert. I'm just trying to die in the game. I'm trying to get one-tapped by the boss. That too much to ask for? Have I played Hero Siege? No, I have not. Is that a mobile game by any chance? You've played way too many roguelikes and lights. Yeah, so I think those are pretty good. Dying Light 1 is also pretty good on the story side, with a lot of gameplay behind it as well. But it's enough for you to be at least a little immersed. I think if I were to go through my own Steam list, I probably don't have a ton of story-based games. I think all of those I play on consoles. Typically, if I'm gonna do a story thing, it might be family game night. I don't usually do a lot of that stuff on stream either. Not that I have any issues with people who stream story-based games, it's just here on this channel. I think you all are really looking for high-octane action and maybe some big brain plays. And I can't exactly big brain my way through Last of Us. Alright. I don't think there's anything left for me to do here. We do meltate the boss. It's just this boss can kill me. So there is that. This is spoiler content, by the way. If you don't want to see the true spoiler boss of Dead Cells, back out now. Come back in probably just a minute. This fight, probably not longer than 60 seconds, I'd imagine. But if you want to get your full value on your prediction, then let's get to it. Back again for the medicine. Really, the biggest issue here is getting tagged by a down slam. Like, trying to force a flotate. Honestly, trying to style on Collector. Rolling backwards also very bad. It's like that. Good position right here. Did not stick the boomerang. Double drink. Double drink. Couldn't get the triple. That would have been really nice. I would barnacle here. I was about to say, that's terrible luck. Oh, drink up! Please! Okay, I was about to say, if he does the jump or the lasers, either one, I think we lose. But we got excellent RNG. All he did was stab, and the couple of jumps wasn't also with some bullcrap next to it. Like I said, less than 60 seconds. Without me, you're nothing. Get him, man. Get him off my screen. Health pot came at the perfect time. Yeah, I honestly thought we were gonna go for a little while longer. A little surprise. Hitless run. That's the YouTube thumbnail. This viewer build killed every boss with no damage taken. In Dead Cells. Busted build kills all bosses with no damage taken. Build so strong, and it has you doing like the pog. Build so strong, I killed every boss with no damage taken. I hate titles like that. I am so sorry. Like, one of my favorite ones, it was something like, I built damage in Dead Cells and beat the boss. It was something really like, I don't know. I built the strongest weapon in Dead Cells, and it was just like a regular twin dagger. It's not like you can build a strong twin dagger, it just drops to you. So it's not like you did something to get it, right? I don't know, I'm just saying. It's not up to me to decide what's good, it's up to you, the viewer, to decide what's good. A matter of fact, how you can decide what's good is you can cast a vote. We're gonna rate the build. I'm gonna assume no one's gonna go below 6 out of 10 for this. We're gonna manage poll, new poll. Rate the build. 10 out of 10. 10 being V. You got the strongest build in Dead Cells and beat every boss. V, your build was so strong, you beat all bosses with no damage taken in Dead Cells. Or as, I guess the lowest it goes is 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10. V, you played Dead Cells. V, that was a Dead Cells Let's Play. Let's play Dead Cells as tactics. That's what you did, V. That's a 6 out of 10. The most like uninteresting title that we could possibly come up with. And again, for those who didn't really know what the build was, that was a ranged build, like far range, with Barnacle and Poison in the kit. One of those items, either Hokuto Bow or Boomerang, will give you poison on hit. We just got lucky that we got a Barnacle that could do it, but if you were to play that without the legendary Barnacle, you would be re-rolling Hokutos and Boomerangs until the poison on hit shows up. And that's all it takes. Of course, you could do Alchemic Carbine in the backpack in place of Hokuto's bow. But the idea of the Hokuto is kind of nice because it just does residual damage that you don't have to think about. You could maybe opt out of Magic Missile and go Boomerang Alchemic Hokuto, but then you lose out on far range poke besides the Boomerang. I think there's Magic Missile. I think there's a lot of value in Magic Missile, especially because it hits all directions, right? You can't shoot up with Alchemic Carbine. The poison's gonna fall on you and you're gonna take damage. You don't want that. Just Gallic Gun, straight up, just like Vegeta does it. All right, while y'all are voting, we got a next game situation on our hands. Skull the Hero Slayer. I actually think I'm getting a lot better in Skull. I actually want a run of Skull today offline. What do you think about the new Worm Grenade? Is it worth using now? I want to say yes, but not with every build. The Wormettes also don't fight against every boss. So you need to plan the route so that it actually can contest against the boss. So that means Concierge, Mamatic. No Conjunctivius. That means Timekeeper, Scarecrow, no Giant. And then obviously Servants and the Queen might be a struggle, but that's not a Wormette issue. Yo, Great Jay, good to see you. Again, big thanks to those tuning in for the Dead Cells segment. If you like Dead Cells, Skull the Hero Slayer, known as fake Dead Cells 2. If you've been begging, if you've been down bad, chat, for a Dead Cells 2, Skull the Hero Slayer might scratch that itch. It might be just what the doctor ordered. Thank you for trying to build and sorry for the last minute change. No, that's fine. And it ended up being something that was fun anyway. Honestly, that's what I'm here for, is fun. If it was a build that you all thought was gonna be kind of trash and you needed to like swerve into something a little better, you know what? I don't mind.